Welcome back, and today we are covering a plane that I intended to cover much earlier, but I honestly just forgot. It's the La-200. Now, 830 videos and counting, and this is the first time we covered it. Now, why is that the case? Is it that bad? No, honestly, it's pretty damn solid, especially at 7.7. You are criminally fast for a 7.7, you go about 1100. You have good acceleration, on par almost with something like a MiG-15 bis. And the maneuverability, honestly, isn't too bad. Now you might ask, is the retention bad? Also no. The only thing that makes this thing such a chore to play is that it's very unwieldy. It handles like an oil tanker, although a very nimble one. And the guns on top of it are a little bit annoying to use. The airframe is massive. The tail is in the way when you zoom in. And the guns are mounted pretty low. As well as the low volume of fire with the rate of fire of the 37mm. As well as just the overall ballistics of them. After that I haven't played the game other than the Stuka for the last month, so my aim is gonna have some hiccups here and there. We merged with the F-84G. Now we don't really have to do anything about him. We are quicker than him. He is merging slower, and there's just more people around. There's more people merging into the fight, and I don't want to put myself up for display for an easy kill, especially with the F-80s around that can just spray you down with 50 cals. So I want to keep my speed for a little bit and just kind of observe the battle. I know there's multiple people coming in from the left. J29 in front of us, but there's also an F80 in a flat spin that just rammed someone, so I know he's not crit. So we're just gonna very quickly divert our attention and get a hit on him to get the severe. Now we do that, and we just switch on over to the furball down below. However, we do know that there is an F80 coming from the front, so I'm looking at the furball, but I'm trying to keep my speed high, just so that the F80 that's coming from the front won't be able to pounce on me, because even a toddler without arms will be able to hit you, because this thing is the size of your mother. Now, we bait him in. Turns out the F80 is accompanied by the F86A, which is kind of a misjudge. Now, luckily, we merge, and they just kind of go straight, and I don't really have to worry about them whatsoever. Now, an A28 shows up, and those planes are the bane of my existence in a vehicle like this, because they are annoying to hit, they are maneuverable, they don't need much speed, and if they are together with other players, it's very annoying to kill them. Now, if they are distracted, it's a great way to go for them, but I can't really wait for that. My team is kind of dying in the background, and I have the speed to do it now, so I'm gonna merge with him. I'm gonna go up after extending for a little bit to just open up the gap, make it so that I'm gonna be out of range, because I'm gonna be energy trapping him and trying to stall him out. The entire enemy team is on the deck, and I just want this A28 out of the match. This is the Vampire with the better guns, with the better engine, and I really do want to be wary of it. And this kind of stall is something you never see me do ever. But right now I have enough room, I have enough speed, and I really want this guy dead. So I'm kind of on the clock here. 1.8 is pretty safe, but still, with this kind of mass, it's very easy to be hit anyway. We just underlead a little bit, we miss him again, he rolls around, and he just manages to get inside of my guns, and I just managed to shoot his tail off. And that is basically a round-winning shot. Not a great shot, but he needed to die there, because I can't really work with all of these other enemies if there's a Vampire with a good engine in the mix. Now we merge here. The F80 is going to pitch up, he's going to try and shoot me down. He doesn't have the speed to do so, so I'm just going to ignore him. I wanted to go for the F86, but the F80 is now so slow that he kind of presents himself, and I need to work these numbers down, because my team has completely evaporated. Now we line up the shot here, I underlead completely, skill issue, and we keep on going straight. We're going about 900, this F86 has been killing AI for a little bit, so I know that he isn't going that fast. I was expecting him to pull in last second for the head-on. He didn't, so I kind of wasted that opportunity, but it doesn't matter. I'm much quicker than them. Was somewhat alone on this side of the map. I see the F80 coming in from the rear, and it looks like he's going straight for me, and the other two F80s are kind of ground pounding, but I also know that if I make myself a target, those two other F80s are definitely going to join, so I don't want them in the mix. So I'm going to convert my speed into altitude to deal with the F80 and make myself a non-target to all of them as they are trying to ground pound, which is a great way to kind of split up their forces. The A5 is still my main target, and I really want him dead. He's going pretty slow, but the F80 right now is actually going to be more of a threat. I can't really go for the A5. Well, I can go for him, but the chances of me actually killing him in this approach are pretty low, so I'd rather just go for the F80 and knock someone out so that he can't join the fight. I pull straight in, go straight up, severe him, shoot his wing off, and we merge back down and fly towards the A5. Now the other F80s are both ground pounding, they're both killing AI, and I now have enough separation and enough speed to kind of just ignore them for a little bit. I'm going to be engaging the A5, the F80s won't be there instantly, they're burning speed, they're wasting time, so it gives me the opportunity to shark on the F86. Now the F86 is a plane that I do not want to dogfight, but I'm going to do it anyway, because I'm kind of on the clock here, and I need to, again, cut these numbers down. I'm just praying to God that he doesn't actually reverse his turn and get into a bit of a scissory motion, because I will 100% lose. So it's a bit of a bet here, a bit of a gamble, because if he had played this right, I would have been in trouble. And luckily he takes a very predictable line, and I just line up the shot, I squeeze the trigger, and the 37 finds his engine. We blow his plane apart, and then we go for the next target, or the next two targets, which are the both of the F80s. Now we go straight up here. This guy is gonna get relatively close, and I do want to be somewhat careful because he does have 50 cals and they are pretty easy to aim, but it's an F80A and he won't have the engine power to really cope with this. The one on the bottom is an F80C, I believe, so I just want to make sure that I get enough separation. Now here we are in control, we are above them, we are much quicker, and we are in a good position to just kind of dive on them and pick them apart. Now the F84 is going to be the most annoying one here. The F80s are more maneuverable, but they don't really have the power. The F84 is relatively close in performance, although we are much quicker, we accelerate better, and we actually do win the dogfight. So we are on the better plane, but in the mix with the other F80s, I kind of want him gone. If I have the F84 gone, I don't really have to worry about anything. Now both these F80s, however, are flying towards the airfield, so I kind of wanted to cut them off. The F84 is nowhere near in position, so I'm just going to fly away from him and see if I can pick off these F80s on the way back to the base. We line it up here, and this guy is basically not moving, which is, I'm not sure what he's doing, but if you do that, then I'm gonna have a relatively easy time to squeeze the trigger and shoot you down. Kill number 6, and we go for the head-on with the other F80. Now it turns out it was an other F80A, so I was misjudged there, but it doesn't really matter. You fight them in the same way, you just want to have a little bit more patience with the F80C, as they just simply have a better engine. Now we loop up here, the F84 is again going for AI, he's completely ignoring me, and that means that I can chase the F80 again. Now the issue is that they are going to be running back to the airfield, and I can't really do anything about it, considering it's the SAM side AA, because we are at 7.7. What a fantastic addition. Now I will be able to reel this guy in. The F84G is on R6. Now he isn't that close, and he isn't that fast, so I know that I can outrun him towards the F80, and I'm trying to rope them both into a bit of a dogfight, because I know I have the energy here and the position to actually capitalize on that, but it's gonna be a little bit annoying, because neither of these guys actually wants to fight me. Now this guy is gonna start doing the dolphin. I'm not really able to line it up. I'm waiting for him to turn left, but because it's an oil tanker and because of the rate of fire, I think I just kind of shot around him. Skill issue, I guess, and we just turn around. He is instantly capitalizing on the fact that I overshoot. He's going to start shooting at me, but we kind of just dolphin as well, and we again divert our attention to the F84. Now he's going to go head on. I should have hit this shot, but I'm just fucking potato, and we just fly away. Well, I'm not going to contest him in AA. I want to go up here. I want to stall this guy out, and I very easily can, but the second I go vertical, this guy knows that he isn't going to be winning this fight, and he is going to go straight back to the runway. Now the thing is, we are relatively low on fuel, we are very low on ammo, we have only 6 shots left per gun, so we are going to go back to the runway and see if we can meet him in the middle of the game. Now I have one teammate here, the MiG-9, and he's going to be killing AI as well, and he's going to be attracting the attention of the F84 as well as the F80. Now we had to fly all the way around to the other side of the map. I know that the F84 is already here. They took off before us, so the F80 should have some altitude, considering he's not next to the F84. So I want to be somewhat wary of him. I want to keep my speed somewhat high, as I don't want him jumping me as I'm going slow with this guy over here. So I keep looking around, and if I don't see anything, I'm going to be pouncing on the F84. Now I might go a little bit too slow in some instances, but I'm pretty certain that I'm looking at him and I'm not really seeing anything. The F84 pulls in front of us, we shoot off his wing, and now we start looking for the F80. Now the issue is that it's a severe damage, he's not actually dead. And I have no idea what the F80 is, but if we keep the speed somewhat high, we are at 950 right now. Even if he dives on us, I should be completely fine. So I'm just gonna turn a bit to the right here. I don't want to pass directly under him. I don't want to make it too easy. So I'm gonna divert my flight path. I got a new favorite word, didn't I? I'm gonna divert my flight path to the right a little bit to open up the distance that he needs to close. It's gonna make it so that he has to drop more, lead more, and lose more energy to get to me. And this is positive for us. I want to drag this guy down to my level. And I also know that if he's going about my speed, he will compress really badly. So all I really need to do here is turn around and kind of engage the F-84G. And I know that if I go under him, he cannot follow me whatsoever. And if he does try to follow me, he's either going to crash or he has to peel off and waste a lot of energy considering he isn't an F-80A. So I'm just going to pull in here. We're going about 1,000. There's no way he hits this. And if he does pull in, if he does get on my 6, I'm going to be so much faster, it's not even funny. So I merged with the F-84. I was waiting for the F-80, and the F-80 is giving me a lot of room here to chase down his friendly. And that's exactly what we do. We line it up, and we get a very free kill here, considering he's flying with one wing. And he's not really reacting to what I'm doing whatsoever. I underlead, I overlead, and I shoot too high, I shoot too low, I shoot too high again. And I whiff the easiest kill of the century. But it doesn't matter because he only has one wing and this is totally not cope at all. So we kind of just try and sit behind him. F-80 comes in again. We're going not that fast anymore, but I know that I'm going at a speed that he can't really capitalize on my speed. So we just kind of merge with him and I'm going to dogfight him right here. Now I don't really intend to actually fight him. I just want to bait him into taking the fight with me because now he's going nowhere near his top speed. The air broke a little bit and now we just kind of fly away. It is really just that easy. And this F-84 is going to try to land. And he's not really a threat on his own. So I think to myself, well, I think I'm just going to stall out this F-80 here. And then I'll let that guy land in the meantime. You see that I'm kind of contemplating about fighting him or fighting the F-80. Do I go for the free kill or do I go for the more fun kill? So I'm going to go for the more fun kill here. I'm going to go for the F-80 first. We're going to try and stall him out. We're going to try to kind of energy trap him. And then we can probably do the same thing to the F-84 after he is done repairing. So we kind of go in a... Is it a spiral? I mean, it's a really wide spiral, but it's a spiral nonetheless. I'm trying to open up the gap here while gaining separation, while gaining energy on him. I just need to make sure that I don't get hit by the 50 cals. So after a little bit, we're going about 350. This guy's going slower. He's very far away. So I just kind of pull up over the horizon. I go flat. I don't really have the intention here to kill him right away. So I keep it horizontal for a little bit longer. We drop the landing flaps. We drop the air brake for a little brief moment. And we try to line it up. And here comes the glaring issue with this plane. Just the absolute size of this chonker. I mean, it's also a skill issue. Very real, but I just not really able to see where he's going. I line it up and I'm just a little bit too late. We are now on his 6, so I mean it's pretty free, but he instantly goes back to where he went the first time, back to the runway. So he's bringing me towards his friend, the F-84, which is actually great because now I can chase the F-80, make him a non-threat, while also going for the F-84. So it kind of just reels me in here. I'm going for the F-84. I'm looking at him. I want to make sure that he doesn't try to pull back in. And if he does try to pass in front of me, I will go back to shooting him. And that's exactly what we do. He kind of just flies himself into my guns. We get kill number 7 and 8. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being patient with the lack of uploads. And I'll see you in the next one.